Welcome to the Corporate Strategy Module 3. In the previous sessions, I had discussed about internal assessment, key internal forces. In today's session, we will be talking about resource-based value of the firm. What is resources? RBV, not RBI, RBV. What is RBV? Without RBV cannot be had. So, RBV is a strategic management framework that emphasizes on important resources and capabilities in attaining or achieving the sustainable competitive advantage. So, resource-based value of a firm is a firm possessing a bundle of resources which is valuable, unique. Resources can be tangible, intangible, organization capabilities or human resource. In the previous, when I spoke about internal assessment and key internal forces, RBV was one of the concepts. I had just given a glimpse of it. So, today it was developed by scholars such as J. Berney and Werner Felt in 1980s and 1990s. RBV suggests that firm can gain a competitive edge by leveraging the unique set of internal resources and capabilities, which are difficult for competitors to imitate or replicate. So, as I am telling, what makes the resources valuable? So, competitive superiority. Does the resource help fulfill the customer's need better than that of your competitors? What resources you have? Does it meet or beyond the meet of the customer's demand than to your competitors? Resources, are they in surplus or scarcity? There again, you will be in a position to match, the organization will be in a position to match the customer, the firm, customer demand and the supply from the organization or the firm side. So, resource based value emphasizes on, in the previous thing you said, which are difficult for competitors to imitate or replicate. Imitatability is easily copied or not. That is when in the previous slide we spoke about patenting, copyright, intellectual property rights. Is it physical unique resources, path dependent resources, casual ambiguity, or is it economic deterrence? So, it just talks about appropriability, who actually gets a profit created by an resource. Durability, how rapidly with the resources? Depreciable, deprecable. Sustainability, are other alternatives available for your resources? If is competitive advantage sustaining, you may not have a much better chance, or the firm may not have a much better chance. By focusing on the VIRO concept, V-R-I-O, I will talk what does the VIRO talks about in the later slides. Companies can identify and leverage their most valuable and resources and capabilities, thereby driving long-term success and differentiate in the market. So, RBV of corporate strategy is a framework. So, using RBV in internal analysis, company can think of 4 basic guidelines. Disaggregate resources, or use resource utilizing a functional perspective, or it is about look at the organizational perspective, or use the value chain approaches. So, resources, when you talk, RB is a corporate strategy is a framework that focuses on internal resources and capability of an organization as the primary determinants of competitive advantage and performance. So, the view posits that by effectively managing and leveraging unique resources, company can achieve and sustain superior performance in the marketplace. So, basically that is what I told about, no, whether resources can be, whatever the resources you have, is it easy to imitate, can be imitated but may not be also, difficult to imitate or cannot be imitated at all. The 4 stages will say how much competitive advantage a firm has over its competitors. A firm can give a better product, better service to its customers. That is what it talks. So, the resources emphasizes the value a firm derives from its contingent upon how these resources are managed and leveraged. So, value creation is accessed through VRIO framework, that is, are your resources valuable, rare, imitatable and organized. VRO. Are your resources are easy to imitate, cannot be imitated or may be imitated, difficult to imitate or cannot be imitated at all. When I say imitate are such as cash and commodities, can be or may not be imitated are capacity, prevention, economics of scale. Difficult to imitate are, for example, brand loyalty, employee satisfaction, reputation for fairness. You cannot imitate. Other company cannot imitate. Cannot be imitated at all is intellectual property rights, patent, unique locations, unique assets, for such as you may have mineral rights, which anybody cannot imitate. The patent of your innovations, imitation cannot happen. So, that is the valuable, rare, imitatable and organized. So, this is what it talk. So, key concepts of RBB. Some of the key concepts are resources, capabilities, core competencies, and we talk about VRO. So, resources, as I have told you, we have 3 categories. In the very previous slide also we spoke, tangible and intangible resources. Tangible resources which you can see, feel, your 6 senses organs can feel about it. Physical assets such as building, machinery, finance, capital and technology. Intangible are non-physical assets, brand reputation, intellectual property right. Human resources are skill and expertise of an individual in performing an activity. Capabilities of the firm are the abilities of the firm to effectively use its resources to perform activities and create a value. Having resources one and getting the best out of that resource as a product, the end for the end user is one. The process which is followed in between, how this has been converted. Everybody can make a product, but the product is of unique. For example, a jewelry, a piece of jewelry, yes, everybody can make it, but Tanishq or you have some other branded, the design cut, the finishing, the polishing, the quality of the diamond, the carat involved, the delicacy of a thing, ambience, the way you look, the unique designs makes the firm a better competitive advantage, to have a competitive advantage or to better deliver the service to its customers. So, core competency, where unique strength and abilities that provide a competitive advantage arising from the competition of resources and capabilities. Criteria for sustaining sustainable competitive advantage, that is where VRIO, valuable, rare, imitatable and your resources are in line with your organization's are organized. So that's what we talk about. These were the key concepts of RBB. So we talk about the VIRO concept here. What is VRIO? So it's resources and capabilities to provide a sustainable competitive advantage. They often summarized by VRIO. Valuable resources and capabilities must enable a firm to exploit opportunity and neutralize threats in the environment. They are rare. Resources and capability must be scarce and not widely possessed by competitors. They are imitatable, easily available, not unique. Only you have a right or only you have a patent over the such resources. So where your competitor cannot have, automatically a firm will have a better competitive advantage. Imitatable resources and capabilities must be difficult for the competitors to emulate or duplicate. Piracy. Today we talk about this. But whatever said and done, original product is original, irrespective of imitated one. What ingredients goes in the original making of a product, that uniqueness, that unique quality, the product process which cannot be seen in the imitated product. And it should not be an imitatable also. For example, a branded shoes, imitated unbranded shoe, easily as a customer can make out, because of the unique style, design and the finishing touch of a product could be found out. So, your resources are imitatable. That can be due to unique historical conditions or casual ambiguity or social complexity. Organized. The firm must be organized to capture value for its resources and capabilities. When you talk about this, this involves having an appropriate process, system and structure in place. Organized is what? The process is in a systematic, logical, and everything is being positioned properly in an organization. That's what we talk. So next we'll talk about importance of internal resources and capabilities for competitive advantage. When it becomes a competitively better off, you must have seen Michael Porter's model. What does Michael Porter's model talk about? It talks about 5 basic: threat for entry, substitute product, competition, buyers, and you have a unique advantage. So there we talk about resources and capabilities are essential for sustaining competitive advantage over time for several reasons. One is differentiation. Internal resources and capabilities provide a basis for differentiation and uniqueness in the marketplace. By leveraging their unique strength and capabilities, you'll have a unique value proposition to customers, differentiating their products or services from competitors and capture market share. Barrier to entry. Valuable, rare, imitatable and organized resources serves as a barrier to entry for competitor. The resources you have is valuable, cannot be replaced. It can be human skill, employee skill, tangible product where you have a patent over it. The resources are available rarely, which has been imported from some other country, or maybe where you are the person who is maybe a farming, agricultural related product where you are developing, or you are the one who are producing such resources where other competitors does not have a idea about it. Patenting. So that makes it difficult for the competitors to replicate or imitate the firm's competitive advantage. This helps protect the firm's market position and profitability over the long run. Enhanced performance. Internal resources and capabilities contribute to improved organizational performance and effectiveness. Firms with strong internal capabilities are better equipped to respond to market changes, innovate, adapt to the changing environment, identify the threat and try to overcome the threat, face the challenges, identify the opportunities and work on it, One plastic was banned. Plastic manufacturing company. They have not, it's one door is closed, you'll have some other door open. So instead of plastic, replaced by agricultural waste. For example, like banana leaf, whatever the left out of that, they started making some jute bags, or you have is cloth bags. So that new opportunity leading to sustained growth and profitability. So that's what. So components of RVB, VRI, which we spoke, where it talks about valuable resources, capabilities, that are rare to scarce within the industry and more likely to provide competitive advantage. Imitability should be difficult for the competitors to imit and non-substitutable. You cannot have readily available substitute or alternatives. This means competitors cannot achieve similar or using different resources, ensuring that the competitive or the firm has unique competitive positions. So this is what you could talk about with respect to your resources. So VRIO. So when you talk about VRIO, you could have this competitive advantage when the company resources are valuable, rare, imitatable. It's unable to inimitatable, not able to imitate or have a copy of it or have a reproduce it in some other form, and non-substitutable, such as person's skill, the thinking capability, innovative ideas an employee gets. Maybe you may have some other person, but the talent what one person employee possesses may not be found in some other employee. That is an asset. That is a intangible resource for an organization. This was about RB, resource based value, importance, key concepts, and VRIO concept. We'll come back to the later part of the sessions in the next session.